many times I can be misunderstood. Yeah. There'll be good days and bad days, like the preacher said it would. All I ask is you will try loving me. All I ask is you will try loving me. 'Cause loving me ain't easy. I know it ain't.
What's going on, and welcome to Black King's Free Game. It's your boy King Conda, the People's Champ, in the building, and I am also with Mayor Pro Tem King Boston.
Yes, sir. What's going on, people?
We are joined today by Michael Cook, running for county commissioner. Mr. Cook, welcome to the show.
District 1 commissioner.
District
Glad
1.
to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Mr. Cook, we always start off with how each other's week has been. We're going to start off with King Boston today. Well, no, I know King Boston got some shots, but let's start off with Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook, how's your week been, sir?
It's been great.
So today I had a difficult week. I'm going to bring that in. So a little thing has been ailing me on my body because, you know, I've been working out for this fight that's coming up August 1st. It's going down. Liberty County's fight for a cure. And, you know, that's the one thing that's bothering me because it slowed me down in my pace. And, you know, I got to heal it up before August 1st.
Right.
But other than that, it's been pretty good. What about you, King Boston?
Everything's been good. Today, well, you know, I got some work done. You know, had to kill a couple bugs.
Yes.
And then, you know, we linked up a little later and went to the farmer's market and had a chance to go see some of the local businesses.
Yes.
And I have to say, if you haven't been to the farmer's market, you really need to go. There's a lot of local businesses and we need to really support our farmers as well.
Of course.
We picked up, fun fact, I didn't know, and I'm sure some of y'all didn't know that King Mosley has his own beverage.
Yes.
With what's
Straight up juicing. Yes.
Nathaniel Walthour.
Nathaniel.
And it's called the People's Champ.
Yes.
So I haven't tried it yet, so I'm looking forward to that.
The People's Champ has beets, it has soursop, it has sea moss. It also has oh my goodness! I don't want to get it wrong.
What turns it this color?
Orange. Oh, the beets is what
the
makes it
beets.
red.
Yes.
But the key elements in that drink are the beets, the soursop, and the sea moss.
And I love some mango and some ginger.
Yes, the ginger also.
Okay.
So all of those combined, right? Is just powerful for your body. It's a lot of antioxidants.
Right.
A lot of those things are things that help prevent and fight cancer, right? And everything else I added in, like the pineapples, it was for taste.
Right.
So the mango, you know, all that was for taste. But yes, bro, I appreciate you purchasing that from Straight Up Juicing.
Absolutely.
Also.
And I stopped by Miss Callie's Lemon Labs.
Yeah.
What is this called? The Shoreline Splash. I think it has like mango and passion fruit, and I told her she has to have an adult version too.
Look,
at some point. But other than that, the day was great.
Awesome. So I guess we can jump right into it. Mr. Cook, question.
Yes, sir.
Where are you originally from?
I was raised as an Army brat. I've been worldwide. My dad was in the military for 26 years, retired down to Florida. And while we were in Florida, I entered the service and put 20 years in. So
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I retired out of Fort Bragg. Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fort Bragg.
What was your MOS?
I was a 13 Fox fire support specialist.
Okay.
I spent my first approximately my first 7.5 years was with the 1st Ranger Battalion right here.
Oh, wow.
They called it the Fisters? Was that
Yeah.
what? Yeah, I was 13 Papa in LRS. I know. Look, that's her. I know about the Fisters.
Hey, Mr. Michael was the one that like, we need coordinates 440. Send coordinates 440. Send it on the way. right.
Steel rain.
Yeah. Look, man, I think that's so exciting. They would not let my fat self join y'all. I walked in that office, and that's when you had to make weight or whatnot. You know, people had to drop weight, bro. I promise you, I was all of 6'2" and probably 340 pounds. But I was tall, solid.
Right.
So I went in there, I was like, yeah. That dude looked at me and said,
No.
he didn't say no. He said, look here, Bigum.
Not Biggle.
Yeah, he called me Bigum. He said, look here, Bigum. You gonna have to drop a couple, Bubba. And then I said, you know what? I ain't gotta drop a couple. And I went to college.
Hey, why not?
You know, but sometimes, you know, I think if I would have joined the military, where would I be? But I also wouldn't have met my wife, to be honest. If I would have went to the military, yeah, I'd have never met that wonderful woman that's back there on the ones and twos right now.
Everything happens for a reason.
It does.
Yes,
It does. It does. So, Mr. Cook, you said you were born and raised where again?
A little bit everywhere. I've been. My dad did 2 tours in Germany. We were in the past Iran before the fall of it with the Shah.
Oh wow!
We spent 3 years there. So
Iran
multiple
was
states.
Different. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
So y'all lived in Iran?
Yeah. 3 years.
Bro,
He was an advisor.
Iran was almost like what America is, to be honest. From everything that I've read and watched, bro, they had parades. It was more of a free system. And then whenever I think the Sharia law or whenever they took over that state is when it became what it is today.
Absolutely.
And that's crazy because you saw all the people having a great time in Iran. You should go back and watch those videos.
Yeah.
You know, I know that people have their own thinking of what it is, but look at the truth. Go back and actually read and find out, because I never knew that. This whole time, you know, I just thought it was like a Islamic State this whole time.
That's the media.
No.
Yeah, that's
Media
crazy.
That's how we view things.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, Mr. Cook, with you being well traveled, how did you find your way to Liberty County?
My initial assignment here was back in the 1970s, 75 through 1984. And I married my wife in Savannah.
Oh, okay.
And all of our family, we initially retired at Fort Bragg in a little town called Wade. Now, everybody moved to Liberty County. They sold out of Savannah, and then we moved down here and joined them. And I've been here since 1999.
Wow, so that's what, 27 years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yes. So, well, you're a Liberty County.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I know.
You're from Liberty County.
Yep. Whenever you got your adult years, y'all better understood. If I would have went and stayed in Coffee County, by now they would be calling me a Coffee County citizen, because that's where I lived up my adult years, a lot of my adult years. Whenever you're in a town and you set roots, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. So we appreciate you finding Liberty County, you know, and actually planting your roots here. So with you being here 27 years and counting, what are some of the growth that you've seen that really surprised you about Liberty County?
Coming back in 1999 and having departed in 1984, it was like a night and day difference. Basically, the economy had been, with Fort Stewart, there was like 2 units there.
Yes.
And the whole place was set up on pine plantations and forestry. So when you change from an agricultural type of environment to a more urban, it's quite a change. It was quite a shock to see how much it had grown.
It changed, yes.
Yeah.
It was a shock to me when I'm just going back and forth to college, right? And I would come back, and all of a sudden, the biggest change was the Super Walmart.
Yeah.
That became the mall. Walmart used to be where City Trends in that plaza, Harbor Freight to be exact.
That was Walmart.
That used to be Walmart.
Wow.
All right. So then we got the Super Center. And when the Super Center hit, oh my goodness, you couldn't tell us nothing.
Right. That was like the mall.
It was. It was actually the mall, right? So then we go from the Super Center to now we got 3 Walmarts. And then they started Dick's Sporting Goods, Hobby Lobby. When we got a TJ Maxx, I was like, oh my gosh, man, we're a city. We're a little city now. So just watching the growth and watching the people that I grew up with in the countryside back here in Midway is just an amazing feeling. It's also overwhelming at times because you kind of don't want that love of the people to kind of leave. Of course, you had some backlash between folks, but in a town like Liberty County, you knew who somebody's mother was. So you would conduct yourself in a different manner. You would have self-respect and respect for others. You'd be like, yeah, I don't want to act up because this is going to reflect bad on my grandma, on my family. And I think the larger you get, people start missing that until we start calling that out. You know, Mr. Cook has been here 27 years. He has roots here now. It should be somebody out there that says, you know what, I don't want Mr. Cook to find out that I've been out here and he's talked to me about this. That's the way a community is supposed to be.
You take pride.
Supposed to. Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Cook, what made you want to run for county commissioner?
Government overreach. I'm a firm believer in personal rights, and a lot of them seem to be disappearing nowadays. If you do not watch what's going on with the commission, then there's a very good chance that something's going to change without your knowledge, and you're going to suffer for it later on.
Yes.
And that's what's happened in a lot of cases. And with the growth that's going on in Liberty County, the day-to-day operations of the council have a direct impact on the individual person.
Yes.
It used to be I'm in unincorporated. My nearest neighbor is 400 or about 300 yards away.
Okay.
But right across the street, they're talking about putting in a 5-bay warehouse facility with a 75-foot buffer.
Storage.
And that can happen to anybody. And right now, people are complaining because it looks like we're out just to build we're trying to make money off of what we're building. Everything's going to micro-sized houses and everything. So it's.
I get that. Now, as far as running, is this your first time running for any type of elected office?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome.
Congratulations.
Yes. Yes.
It's been quite a trip so far.
Welcome to the jungle. It's all full of games. Right. Right. So, Mr. Cook, also, Marion Stevens.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question about him. How did you feel about our current? How do you feel about our current commissioner, or what his knowledge is? How do you feel about?
I like Marion. I met him early on when we started having interactions on the city council or on the county commission, not city council. And for 30 years, he's got a tremendous base of knowledge, and he's done a tremendous amount of work for the people of Liberty County.
Yes.
The only thing I'm going to say about all the county in general, and it really goes back to the way they perceive the budget, is that you can become hardened to amounts, and that's the only thing I'll say about because when you talk about $1 million to me,
yes,
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot.
When you're talking about people judging a $72 million budget,
Yep.
and they say, well, we can add another $158,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's got to come from somewhere.
It does.
But as far as Marion Stevens, he's done a tremendous amount of value for this town.
Have you ever met Marion?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I introduced myself by way of saying that I was going to be running against him for county commissioner. He says, "You're not running against me. You're running for a job and for the county." So,
wow.
So he set it me straight real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's very, very good man.
Yes.
And that was
yes.
wisdom for him.
Yeah,
to get
wisdom.
That as well.
Yes.
Because it's like so many people take it personal, you know, and you can't take it personal, you know, because at the end of the day, you're running because you see a void somewhere and that you want to help. You know, it's really about public service.
Yes.
You know, more so than politics, especially when you're dealing with local municipalities, because the very people that you're going to be making decisions for are your neighbors.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
and that's a very big responsibility to be taken on.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it is. What are some of the things that you would like to see change? Once you get, if you were to win, what would be some of the things that you would pay the most attention
Like
to?
what would be like your top 3 priorities?
Yes.
There's so much that actually goes into that decision, and without going brain dead.
You're good.
Understood.
Number one, government oversight has got to be limited. How the laws and how the decisions that are made have got to be really thought out. And just because, and right now, we're at a really critical stage. We've got a small amount. We don't have the infrastructure that is necessary to bring in big industry at the current time. But we're still growing government at the rate of $5 million a year. So we've gone from $43.1 million in 2022, and some people say as low as $30 million, up to 71.3 million for this year. So, and there's only a limited amount of people who can pay it. And when you look at the per capita income for Liberty County compared to, say, like Bryan County, we're about 20,000 under their cap. So anything that is brought in is going to have a much more significant impact on the paycheck for the people that we have here.
Yes. And you know what I forgot? I forgot to thank you for coming on the show in short notice also. That means that you can show up when need be. You didn't have a month in advance notice, nothing like that.
Right, no script.
No script, nothing. So I appreciate that. We were going to have somebody else on, but there's an award coming in for them. So it's got to float back around. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that space that opened up and you being willing to accept it, thank you so much. That says a lot. Yes, it says a lot.
It does.
Now, with you knowing those numbers, because we've been talking about these numbers for a while, about the county and some of the things that happened in the county meeting, right? I think that's important. I think it's very important to actually understand it. Like the reserves they have is like 59 million, or is it 72 million?
For the county, I thought it was around 40.
40.
something.
Oh, okay.
But I could be confusing that with Hinesville, to be honest. I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So it looks like they have some money, right?
Yeah.
It's to cover shortfalls within the next 7 months, from what I understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you know,
Which
a
is
lot
responsible.
of people. Yeah, a lot of people don't even understand
Yeah, you don't
that.
know what's coming in.
Yeah.
Exactly. But a lot of folks don't even understand that. Just like you said, $1 million. When you hear $1 million, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now, when you're running a government, folks, $1 million can leave your government in under, let's say, 4 hours. You might spend that on something, a catastrophe. $1 million is not a large sum. Like you said, if God forbid anything catastrophic happened,
Hurricane would be a perfect example. Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
that budget is going to start going right
You're
there.
gonna eat it.
Yeah, real
it's going to
quick.
eat it real quick. So when you hear large numbers, don't think that, oh, well, we got the bread. No. When you're a government, it's almost like a person, right? We mess this up all the time. We could see 7,000 in there, right? And we're like, dang, I'm good. I'm good. 3 days later, it's 4,000. What the heck did I do? But I'm good. I'm good. 2,000, 1,000. And look, a government can't do that. They have to be fiscally responsible.
I've learned that firsthand.
Oh, I bet you have, bro. I bet you have. So knowing those numbers is important, and I'm glad to see that you understand how those numbers are working. Now, when you came in, I saw this thick. Oh, do you mind if I?
No, go ahead.
Look, he came in with this, y'all. Look.
Is that the budget?
Look.
That's a budget.
This-
For Liberty County?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was like, yo, is this the Bible? No, it's the budget for
Yeah.
Liberty County.
Yeah.
This means, look, he's doing homework that I know none of us would do, me included.
Yeah.
I'll do my little micro learning, but I can tell how much effort you're putting into that. So I appreciate you for trying to pre-learn the job.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mr. Cook, let me ask you, just so when you look at the budget, can you tell me what areas do you think they're spending money well, and what areas do you think they could use some improvement?
There is areas for improvement, and one of the things that you really have to recognize is where certain monies can be used from, like T-SPLOS, SPLOS, E-SPLOS, whatever, because they can't be used just across the board. They've got specific areas that they can be done.
Yes. But you need the budget right here.
Well,
I know. Here you go.
some of the things that really frag me,
Yes.
all right, is like, yes, you have to have a sustainable government to support the people out there, but do you really need to make it gold coated or silver? You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And also, is it really necessary? And I still, being the taxpayer,
Yes.
and I know my fellow citizens out there living on a fixed income, our per capita income's $38,000 to $45,000, $58,000 for a family, and you talking about when the average, and I'm gonna take election hits for this one.
You're good. You're good.
And then and that's everybody paying for Liberty County government.
Yes.
And the average wage there is $68,000. You know, so there's a little bit of imbalance. You want to have the best people there in place to run the government, but at the same time, we're going to have merit bonuses, we're going to have longevity bonuses, and we're going to have I'm sorry. And they say, can you replace these people if they leave? If you die, they'll have your job on the darn market the next day.
The next day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
true.
don't use that against, don't use that for me. I've
So
been
maybe
there.
are you saying like too much could be going to payroll? Or
Well, no, 60% goes to payroll, 49% plus 10% for the benefits packages and all like that.
Insurance.
So no, but it keeps growing exponentially. I'm sorry.
That's why you
government is
think
growing.
the government. Yeah.
so what's your philosophy on, I guess you would say, taxation? Like, what would you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked me that. Number one, get out of my pocket. Because people have reached the limit.
Yes.
You're paying on unrealized gains on your property that you may never see.
Right.
I mean, if I die, I'm not going to sell my property. I'm going to give it to my kids, and they're going to have to pay taxes on it to begin with.
Yes.
And if the government, and when I say the state government or the federal government wants to give companies money to come in, that's fine. But the county don't need to do it. The county, you're coming here.
Yep.
Yes, you will provide us with some jobs. But look at Walmart.
Yeah.
They're not providing that many jobs.
Nope.
But they're taking a tremendous amount of money out of the economy, and that's where the line's got to be drawn.
I agree with you there. It's very disheartening when I go into any business and I just see kiosk, and then you have this one person that's standing there. They're either doing a shelf, but I have to go up to a kiosk, scan my own items, bag my own items.
Yeah.
And the whole time now that I'm older, what I'm paying attention to is that's a job for someone.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies, they'll come in to our area, right?
Right.
And they'll bring workers with them. These people are just moving down here.
right.
And then all of a sudden, we might get 12 people that might go to that area, and the rest of them are qualified by people that don't even live here. Like if you're looking for an aerospace engineer, we might not have plentiful aerospace engineers in Liberty County. So that high-paying job that you're saying, oh, we're gonna have jobs for the community.
Yeah.
It turns into 4 jobs out of 400.
And the high-level executives, they bring
import
them
them
in.
in.
They import them.
Yeah.
Yes. So if anybody can understand that, that's what we're saying. We're not just disagreeing. Well, I'm not just disagreeing with businesses, but I think the way and the incentives we get, right? We need to start looking at some guarantees on our side for Liberty Countyans. Like, we need some guaranteed high position. Oh, how many you got? Okay, that CEO, CFO, you got, well, that position there, at least 3 of those roles needs to pay a Liberty Countyan over $100,000 a year, or something in the lines of that. They got to be qualified for the position. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that somebody in Liberty County needs to come up, and our people need to go ahead. Mr.
Well, I'm not sure that. I'm not going to go there. All right?
I got you.
And because to me, it's the best person qualified to get the job, and I don't care, because I don't want somebody selling me a soup sandwich.
I got you.
Understand.
Understandable.
But at the same time, you have to have the numbers to justify getting any kind of breaks from us.
Yes.
Now,
The incentive.
there are several high value or high visibility issues that are going to be coming down to the county in the near future, probably.
Okay.
All right. We've got the wastewater treatment plant issue that's going on, and we've got to decide where it's going to go. And this one is going to be a firebrand issue. But the guy, I think his name's Morris on LCDA,
LCDA
Development Authority, the lawyer.
Okay.
When it comes down, Mosley.
Luke Moses.
Okay.
Is it Luke?
Yeah,
Okay.
Luke's on LCDA.
When it comes down time, he said something that I feel comparable to. I know where my heart lies, but the decision that is best for the county and for the people of the county will have to be made. And what are you going to do with that water once it's produced? And then the other thing is data centers. That's my biggest nightmare, and that's the biggest fight that I'm willing to have.
I'm studying that right now.
Namely, it'll supply people to work to build it, but then it's going to cost us in the way of our water, our water disposal,
Yes.
and it'll add additional weight on the people for electricity. So, there's going to be some hard decisions coming up
15
very quick.
million, I think it's 15 million gallons a day is what those.
A data center.
And it has to be fresh water. And see,
Which
that's
I
my
don't
issue.
buy.
Yeah.
It's a coolant. And I've got some data that I picked up or that I pulled up today. You got to be careful on Google.
Yeah.
How you word something
Yes,
will
makes a
give you
difference.
two opposite-ended answers. But near drinking water quality out of a wastewater facility. They're talking about clarity. They're not talking about the stuff in it. They're talking about clarity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then how it's treated is based on the use that the river undergoes, such as recreation, fishing, or whatever the case may be.
Agriculture,
So,
yeah.
agriculture.
And so
it's gonna be fun.
Did you attend the meeting?
I've
that we had?
attended 3.
Okay.
I've attended. There was a planning meeting for the. I go to all the planning meetings because you got to have some knowledge of what's going on in order to move forward. There was a planning meeting in March where Bryn, what's her name?
Yeah, Miss Brand. Yeah.
Bring Grant.
She pitched it to the county commissioners first,
Okay.
or that's what I'm thinking. Then I went to the one that Midway had, then the one that's the most recent one. So I've been to 3 of them, and there's another one coming down July the 13th at the Riceboro.
The community center?
Yeah, that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll be there for
That's
that
on the
one.
13th, you said?
13th of July.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there for that one too.
Yeah.
King Frazier, he's on here. He said Mr. Cook comes to every commission meeting.
Yeah, I'm just getting, you guys, if I missed anything that you said, I'm just getting on here because I was involved in the conversation. So as Mitch carries it. I'm going to add in some things so you guys can watch, and I will be looking at the comments. But anything else on there you saw, brother?
Oh no, I know he mentioned that, and everybody's just pretty much saying hey. But,
Okay.
So, what role do you think the county should play in attracting new business?
Tough question. It is. How do you attract business? Well, I'll tell you this right now. You ain't going to do it with a 48% or 48-point millage rate.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Business goes where there's money.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't make money, then you're not going to come. And you work real estate.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I've been in touch with real estate people. Real estate people have been in touch with me. Mm-hmm. And right now we have a surplus of rentable properties, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nobody's. If you have to sell a property, you're going to lose right now because
It's buy new. Yeah. And the taxes. Yeah.
So
That's facts. Future.
So it just ain't. They're not going to come where it's not profitable for them. Make it worthwhile.
Yes.
And you got to make it good for the people because the people are the ones that pay your wages.
Facts.
Understood.
Facts. And that data center thing, people just look it up. Do your research on it.
It's not on the agenda right now, but it can come up and smack you upside the head.
It can.
And if you don't, you got to be ready to root hog and die.
Yeah.
And
Because they build them
I will
everywhere.
do that.
They build them
Because they ain't
everywhere.
gonna. I'm looking at the following generations.
Yes. When we're not.
We're getting up. I'm up there.
Yeah.
Y'all getting up there.
Yes, sir.
So
Yep.
the things that we do now will affect the future generations. And if we don't
Absolutely.
get it right, and I've been told it's questionable what we're doing right now, we could be setting ourselves up for failure.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go this far too. And
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get in here because I get this. This is
Please
part
do.
of my.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Last year, now the numbers change, and I get into it. I get into it about that all the time. I'm a numbers guy. I'm manufacturing.
Yes, sir.
I was manufacturing. The budget, according to the Courier, last year was $65.6 million.
Okay.
The budget this year is what, 71.3?
Like 70.
It was,
Yeah.
and it was dropped down from, and they trimmed it from 74. That is still what is that? 4 million
Yeah.
jump.
$4 million increase.
5 million.
Yeah, right at
from the
5.
previous year. Yeah,
Yes,
from
sir.
the previous.
So it's been jumping 5 million every year. Now they saying that the millage rate is going to drop 2%, 2 points.
Is that with the floss?
I'm gonna call that
Is that with the floss?
the floss.
Oh, okay.
They're saying that now when you get they can only use 5 months of it because
Okay.
that's by law. That's based on the information that came out of the last commissioners meeting or the one previous to that. So that's $671,000 per month that will be going toward the county, and then there's 40% will be going for Hinesville, and then
Yeah,
you'll be
you
getting how
just-
much? 2%?
About 2%.
About
something like that.
2%.
Yeah.
We're paying more taxes, and from what old data showed, you're going to get $20 to $40 off your taxes for paying that floss on a $200,000 home.
So it's expected only to
You ain't
go
get-
down by $20 to $40 but not hundreds of dollars like everybody's.
From what I've seen, my property values dropped this year based on I had them reassessed.
Okay.
All right. Now they say I'm going to save. They've decreased my value of my property is almost $700. Now why is that? I don't know.
So you do own property in Liberty County?
I own 3 pieces of property. I
Okay.
inherited 2,
Okay.
and all of them are 3. All 3 of them are in Liberty County,
Awesome.
and they ain't renting them out. my son lives in one, and we just. But anyway, I hope I didn't say something wrong on that one.
No, you're good, brother. You're good.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about more taxes.
Oh,
But anyway, yeah, they were saying that $20 to $40 off on taxes based on SPLOST for the county. 2 points is what they're saying. So that's what, $2 per thousand, or is that $20? So,
Well, depending on what you're talking about, the mills.
yeah, 2 points for millage rate.
Right.
That's what they're saying we might get 2.5
Because of the flaws.
Because of flaws.
Gotcha.
dang.
But how can you get that when you've raised
The
the
tax.
budget and so I just don't see it. The average person ain't going to get it.
Yeah, well, look, while you playing, you got me wanting to look at it because he understands the millage rates differently than I do. Because Mitchell, King Boston has just worked on, I think, a project. Didn't y'all?
Yeah,
just,
well, Walthourville, we just imposed our first millage.
Oh yeah, and
that
Riceboro,
was,
get ready.
Yeah, and that was a task in itself, and that's why when we had a meeting the other day, and it was on the agenda to propose a moratorium on single family homes, and for the city of Walthourville. And thankfully it didn't pass.
What does that mean by moratorium on a single family?
Pretty much, if we
Stop
would've-
them?
Yes.
Stop building them.
and research it to see the how it's going to negatively or positively impact.
Well, the thing is,
Then why, on the other hand, are they putting in Laurel View and adding in all these houses if they're concerned about the impact?
well, Laurel View is that you're talking about me. I'm talking about Walthourville.
Yeah.
And the thing is the reason why I voted against the moratorium is for one, we just passed the millage.
Yep.
So why would we stop more people from coming to help spread out the tax burden?
Yes.
Because a moratorium would cut that. So it's almost a slap in the face to the citizens that's saying, yeah, we just gave you this millage and we're going to prevent new people from coming in to help pay for it.
That's crazy.
So thankfully it didn't pass. And thank you to the council members that voted for that.
Shouts out to King Myers, King Frazier. Also, shouts out, TJ Grace, Miss Odette, how are you? Also, we have Miss Mia Wilson. What's going on? Dana King and Jocelyn. Hey, we appreciate all of you guys. Alexis, how you doing? Thank you for watching Black Kings Free Game. Right now, we are on live with Mr. Michael Cook. He's running for District 1 Commissioner seat. And I believe that election is in November.
Correct.
Yes.
Mr. Cook has been here over 27 years. And right now, he wants to plant his roots even deeper. He's been examining the budget. He is originally from everywhere. And I literally mean that. His father, it was in the military. He's even lived in Germany, Iran, and found his way right back here to good old Liberty County. So we're going to hear more from Mr. Cook right now on his ideas and the future things that he would like to see get done and some of the things that he's concerned about in Liberty County. So back to you, Mr. Cook.
Well, I owe TJ a meeting.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Grace, you heard that, sir.
Yeah, I haven't
Cook
forgotten.
says-
I still got your phone number.
All right, awesome.
Look,
I owe you.
TJ, he still hadn't called me back. What's up, TJ? I'm calling you out on air. Call me, please.
Look,
So, all right, we talked a lot about taxes.
Yes.
I'm curious to know about public safety.
wow.
It's been a lot going on in the county.
Shootings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what are your thoughts? More specifically, do you think that the sheriff's office and our first responders have the resources that they need?
That is a hard question because we had a long discussion yesterday. Well, there was a long discussion yesterday on EMS.
Okay.
They were wanting to increase the budget by the charges by 300%.
The charges to the citizens?
Charges.
Like, so if an ambulance comes to your house?
If you have to call an ambulance, the cost, And I kind of, we're paying for that already, you know, and I'm waving my arm. I'm glad it wasn't on TV.
Yeah.
Or YouTube. But anyway, you know, there was some discussion about it because, and then I got to think, and then the government side of me came out. Well, yes, we're paying for it, but, and it is, everybody's paying for it, and they're paying the wages, and they're paying for the equipment. It's coming out of the taxes. Should individuals pay for it? There's abuses to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And 300%? They was talking about going up, you said?
Yeah. They were talking.
Sheesh.
She used two numbers, 300 and 350. And she went with the 300. And I was a little bit tweaked because my wife was just in the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a bill, and it was quite steep.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yes.
So the ambulance had to come get her?
Hey,
No,
Lakeisha
I took
Matthews,
her to the
how are
hospital,
you?
but she
Thank
was
you for
transferred from Wynn Army Community to
Somewhere in Savannah.
And
Okay.
then we got charged for it then. So and it kind of
I've seen one of those bills before.
I mean, yeah. You,
$2,500.
They got a comma in it. Like I was about to say, it has a comma in it.
listen. My father had to get life flighted.
Yeah. Oh, that's $60,000, $50,000 to $60,000.
Exactly. So
That came out.
when my mother had received the bill, right? There was also a card, and you know what? I want to tell about this. So when my father passed, we got a lot of things, and I remember, and this was Sheriff Sykes. He sent the article and his deepest sympathies. I remember that.
Wow.
So, but the letter that we got from the life flight, the helicopter crew, it said, "Hey, this is your bill." It was like $78,000, right?
Depending on
Yes. And there was something that said "see attachment" on the back. And on the back was a thank you card, right? And I'm like, oh, you ain't gonna send me a thank you card because I got to pay a bill. I just lost my father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
But in the thank you card, it said, to the Mosley family, and I'm trying to quote it, but it wasn't exact. But basically, they appreciated and they understand and they were sorry for our loss, and they took care of that bill for us.
Wow.
It was, my mother was like, "Oh my gosh, Mark, they took." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know where this came from or how they did it, but for somehow they kind of like deleted that payment. I don't know if it was because my father passed, they had some type of program or something, but to those responders, even after all this time, I won't forget how caring and concerned you were when I saw you guys in the hospital. You even tried to stick around longer to see what the outcome was going to be, and then you guys had to take off. But thank you again. I remember your faces when I see you guys out and about, but you just don't understand how much pressure or relief you gave our family by just your attentiveness and your concern. So thank you to all the emergency services workers, police officers. You guys, thank you. I know a lot of times society can kind of beat you down and it discourages you from doing what you're doing, right? But look past that, man. I'm going to say at least 90%, 94% of the population, we all love you and we understand how stressful the job is. And one person does not define everyone.
Facts.
You understand? One person does not define everyone. It's crazy to me how we've come to that. We really have. Sorry about that, Mr.
Okay. Going back to your question. Based on the budget, all right,
Yes, sir.
and checking what local counties around us are paying and all, we are competitive. And one of the things that we're increasing right now they're going to be changing 911 to a secure network so nobody knows what's going on outside and you don't get a crowd as protection and for both the
Oh, you talking about the CB radios?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
well,
Shouts out to Keith Wynn.
No, the 911, nobody's going to be able to monitor anymore except for the police and the emergency responders for protective reasons.
Yes.
So you don't get crowds, you don't get this
People showing up.
and just being a pain in the booty.
Right.
And police equipment is expensive. And I'm going to say this to all the people out there in the county because they may get a yes, I am definitely researching the budget. Yes, I will be looking at ways to save money on the budget, but it's not personal attacks against y'all. It's like you said.
Yes, sir.
It's a hard job, the thin blue line, and and we got to support our people.
Yeah.
We just got to do it wisely.
Yes. Yes.
That's the only-
Responsible government.
Exactly.
Responsible.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room for fluff. I don't believe that.
And not if our property taxes keep going.
No.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
And well, you about to say something, King Boston?
No, I was gonna ask because as District 1, I know that covers almost every city.
Yeah, it does, except for
Liberty
Gun
County.
Branch.
Except for Gun Branch, right?
Yeah.
So, if you were to get elected,
Right.
how would you work and collaborate with small cities?
My wife says,
Oh yeah, shouts out to Mrs. Cook. Go ahead.
my wife is concerned because this is a part-time job. That ain't the way it is.
No.
And once I sink my teeth into something and and I've been chosen for a job, it's bulldog style. I'm going in and I've been selected to do this, so I've got to get it done, or I've got to assist others to get it done.
Yes.
Okay.
It has been I've been, like I said, I've been to the Midway City Hall meetings. I've been to the Riceboro once, but they really, somebody needs to move it. Someone's got to move, county or city, because they both on the same day, and
Oh yeah.
so I've got to be at the county.
I got you.
And the reception is not always, we're friendly, but
Yeah.
we ain't never seen you before.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got-
So, and that's one of the things I got to do. I've got to get out there and I've got to actually sit down and listen to what is happening on each individual city to know how to make a proper decision.
Oh, question.
One thing. The city of Walthamville meets the second and fourth Tuesday of every month. Like we just.
So I could make it on the 4th.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we
Can't
just
do it on the 2nd because that's the same one as the Liberty
County. Okay. Yeah. So we typically meet at 6 o'clock at the Walthamville Police Department.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
and I think we just had our fourth one. So the next fourth Tuesday won't be, of course, until July.
Well, that's. I see some of it based on. I do follow on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
In a lot of instances, and like I say, Patrick Underwood. Yeah, he's one of my friends. Well, he's on my page.
Right.
We share pages. I ain't sure we're friends.
Shout out to Councilman Underwood.
Because I think there is a responsibility to get out and see somebody and meet the people, and I understand that. During preliminary selection, the primary,
yeah.
my selection was not in question. I was the only one running.
Yes.
Right.
And I'm not going to get. And this particular job, it's not a sprint.
Yes.
It is a
marathon.
It's a marathon. And never having done this before, starting from scratch, and I'm trying to learn.
Yes.
And you got to think about, all right, who's going to be the group that's going to be observing me, asking the questions? Y'all are non-biased.
Yes.
Okay. That ain't what's
Out there.
out there.
I understand that.
I'm careful about who I accept.
Yes.
So, and some people have very different, even though I've agreed to meet with them, and have very different views from what I might feel. I mean,
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a politician?
No.
Okay.
No.
So I think that's the big difference that people have to understand.
They might be disappointed.
No.
When I say that,
Uh-huh.
if you come around, oh man, I'm gonna tell
real.
myself.
You're
Who am I? I walk around in a pair of faded jeans with a tank top and flip flops when I'm in town.
Uh-huh.
I am not here to put on a show.
Yes.
I will answer your questions. I will tell you. I will help you in any way I can. So, and if you want to get a set of sunglasses, but of binoculars, and you want to come out and observe me at home, you might find me working in my garden in my underwear.
You might get a show.
Cool.
So you might get a show. You're going to be a good 150 yards away from my garden.
Yeah.
But if you're really intent, you know.
So you're
I'm a down to earth guy.
Just laid back.
I consider myself very patriotic. I do not put up with
BS. I got you.
You can get into I will get into a fight.
Yes, I got you. Yes.
If you put my life in danger,
oh yeah,
or you put somebody
that I love
in danger,
You have the right to defend yourself.
exactly, and my family.
And my family.
Yes. I understand that. The reason I asked
Look,
because
you see that sign right there, Mr. Cook? Right
oh
there?
yeah, absolutely.
We're looking
It's
at the
on
Second
my-
Amendment sign.
yes, yes.
My Facebook page has got me at the range.
Yes.
I go once a week and I get practice to proficiency.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
I have a lot of those also. But
Yeah.
but what I was saying is, when it comes down to like the politics side, understand what politicians like. When somebody's a politician, that's somebody that is very polished, and they understand how to engage with the public or campaign, right? And then you have the individual that might be your own self while you're watching this. You know who you are. You're like, I know this stuff, but I'm not. I don't be out there with people because I kind of stay to myself. You know what I'm saying?
You looking at him.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
right.
And I stay to myself. So, but in campaigns, people want to be able to see you and, hey, I know him. Hey, how you doing? Right? But then sometimes those people, they get in that position and it's like, hey man, could you tell me about the military? Or could you tell me about this? Could you? And that person you might not ever get an answer from them.
Yeah.
And then that person that wasn't the politician can be like, well, when you look at the military rate, we can look at it as 3.14 or such and such, you know what I'm saying? And this $4 million difference if we were to do it this way. That makes a difference.
It does. And it really helps when you have a grasp of it to where you could break it down in layman's terms.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, because people don't understand mills and the thousandth and the decimal points. But when you could break it down so that it's relatable.
Yes.
You know, that makes you relatable.
Yes.
You know?
But you got to be able to break it down.
Right,
man.
right.
And with anybody that's running in a position, that's all we really want, guys. I get it. You want to be a people's person. You know, you want to be out there. You want to be able to see and approach somebody. That's always good. But they also need to know what they're doing. So that's what I'm big with, Mr. Cook. And I appreciate it. You know, I don't know if you feel any bias. You know, you said we're non-biased, and I appreciate that because a lot of people don't understand that fact. Like I've had people on the show that I might not agree with them, the way that they think or the way that they handle things, but I have them on. You know why? Because they're a part of Liberty County.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're a part of Liberty County.
And their opinion matters.
And their opinion matters. You know what I mean? But they might not feel the same way about me.
Right.
You know, and I can't expect somebody to live up to my expectations of what I think people should be. You know, I can just make the recommendations. Right. Just because one recommendation might sound logical than theirs doesn't mean that they're going to accept what I'm saying. Yeah. But I hope that you kings and queens can accept what I'm saying. Listen, if I agree with you or not, I'm the type of person we can sit here and have the conversation. We can completely disagree. And guess what? It doesn't end my friendship.
Right.
You understand me? And that's what I think a lot of people are getting wrong. You're getting so attached and emotional about things that really you're not even in the position to control or contribute to, right? The only thing that you really can control is yourself.
Yes.
And you're missing that whole thing because you're amped up on something that's happening that everybody's talking about and doing nothing about. Like, seriously. But if you would control you, if you would respect you, and you would respect everyone else around you, you are making the difference. You're making the change, and all you had to do is be a real human being, a real person. So if we can get past all that, then I think we'll be okay. But I know we got a long way to go, Mr. Cook.
Yeah.
We have a long way to go.
How, and this is more of a broad question, but I guess you could apply. But let me give you some context.
James,
when
really?
I first got elected, we were on council. We, of course, like any counseling body, we have difference of opinions. And sometimes they get intense because we're passionate about what topic. And I'll never forget, I'll tell this story. Myself, Councilwoman Kelly was sitting next to me. And I don't even remember what we were talking about, but I know I pissed her off. She was upset. You know, and initially she didn't want to sit next to me. She got up and she stood in the back of the room. So eventually she cooled off. She came, sat back next to me. And I whispered, this is during the council meeting, I whispered in her ear, I'm like, you still my friend. Yeah. And she laughed. And my whole point is to what we're saying, just because we disagree doesn't mean I don't like you.
Exactly.
You know, you could vote yay, I vote nay, and we go have a beer after the meeting.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we could talk and have some middle ground. Yep. And I think that approach over the past couple years has helped the council members have faith in our relationship.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, initially when I got elected, I was just council. But at some point, the council decided, you know what? We want you to be mayor pro tem, in which I was honored for it, and I still am. But my whole point is, I think that part of that was the ability to navigate difficult situations without being enemies. And so my question to you would be, how do you handle disagreement?
Nice. Not in his drawers.
I'm trying to think of it.
And why you think? Okay. No, I was going to say why he thinks about it. Even when I was running for office, it was very grassroots. Yeah. I didn't have a campaign team. Just me. I was just knocking on doors. Well, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about knocking on doors, getting in contact with the citizens. I didn't care if they had a Trump sign on their door or a Kamala sign on their door. I knocked on everyone's door. And what I realized is people appreciated that. Yes. And that crossed party lines. So, and fortunately, in city council, we don't have to pick a party. Yes. You know, so that makes it a little bit easier for us, you know, in that aspect. But whether people were left or right, you know, I think that at some point we could find some common ground somewhere. It'll work. But you're not going to agree on everything. And that's why I asked it. And, you know, should you get elected, you're going to run into people that you disagree with.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I guess I've been fortunate. I don't... I am capable of standing up for myself, and I have done so religiously in my past. Got me fired from the job. Man put me at risk, and I took offense, and I took the blame for it. I mean, you know, there was an investigation. I threw the swing. I threw the first swing.
Yes, sir.
And so
that's accountability.
Yeah. So, but there should never be. Can you have disagreements with people? Absolutely. It just has to be, you have to be man enough to walk away. If you can't convince them, they can't convince you, it's just best to just leave it. Right. Because there's nothing else you can do. Yeah. I'm really concerned about the welfare of the council because there's a lot of people out here. I am very protective of my people. when I say my people, everything, nobody gave, well, with the exception of inheritances, nobody gave me anything. I worked for everything that I've ever done. And for somebody to tell me that they can take it from me, you know, that kind of bothers me. And that can, depending upon the group of people you're around, influence them to do some rather rash things.
Facts.
So you've really got to be on guard about what you say in any given situation. Treat me like you want to be treated, and I'll do the same for you. And the only other way is to walk away if it's non-productive.
Facts.
That,
And a perfect example.
being married's kind of like the same
You
way.
better believe
that's
that.
when you. I mean, the biggest. I don't get in fights with people around me, but I may have a few words with my alternate others.
Yeah, I know that's right. Perfect example. Mitchell Boston, King Boston, and I have had a disagreement to where we were yelling loudly, and we had our elder brother over there like, "Hey, what are you? Hey!" Right?
I remember.
I'm talking about heated, bro.
It was very heated.
It was very heated. So look, sitting there looking, and he walks down the hallway. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, "Hey, bro, I still love you though." He comes back, he's like, "I love you too, but you get on my nerve." Look, that's the way it's supposed to be. Our eldest brother, Dr. Olabinga, always says, the two brothers go into a room, right? After arguing, and they both come out laughing, somebody's lying.
No. You don't. He said, and he normally says it in Yoruba.
Yeah, he does.
He's from Africa. But he said, if two brothers go into a room and they come out laughing, someone's lying.
Yeah.
That, you know what I mean? That means that somebody is holding back.
Yeah, not telling the truth.
You know what I mean? So, and we believe in just putting everything on the table.
Yep.
You know?
Leaving it out there.
Right.
And it is what it is. If you disagree, just say what you feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And leave it at that, but don't take it
personal.
Yeah, personal to a point. It's like you're having a discussion, man.
Right.
And then what happens is egos start rising up. Because what if you start hearing what this person is saying? You believed in what you said, but now you're like, oh, dang, I'm starting to see it their way. Some people start getting really, really offended. They're like, I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just didn't see it when you saw it, but I'm not going to give in. And I think that's where we're at, man. People don't understand how to control that or turn that off because their ego is bruised. You know what I mean?
There's things. There is. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there.
Go ahead, brother.
I think I discussed it with you before and prior to this podcast.
Okay.
In the Army, everybody's green, and basically everybody, and you rely on everybody, and there is no color.
Right.
There is still somewhat of a division, even in this county, to a degree. And I think that I personally, I don't know how to get around some of it. You treat people with respect, and that's what you expect, and that's if it would work that way, it would be great. But I'm not sure that we're at that point yet, because there's still people out there, that don't believe it.
Right. Right.
I don't know y'all's opinions about it, but
Well, I know that, and I hope I'm along the same path, but it kind of leads me to a question because, all right, historically, this county has been predominantly Democrat.
yeah,
Okay? And you're running under the Republican ticket.
correct.
Okay. So being a Republican, how does that fit? How do your values fit in local government as far as this county? Like what does being a Republican mean to you as
I'm a
it pertains to living in
conservative.
county?
I believe on standing on your own 2 feet. I don't believe in a tremendous amount. What you earn is what you earn. people need assistance from time to time, absolutely.
Yes.
But it's coming from somewhere,
Yeah.
and so it's got to be balanced. And if it's not balanced, then someone's going to be feeling
The pain.
the pain.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're not opposed to a hand up, but not a hand out.
Exactly.
Yes.
I get you.
I will.
Yes.
And one of the, I'm gonna get myself in trouble again.
Brother, speak your mind. I'm telling you.
You
let's
running
go.
for office, get used to it.
Yeah. In the recent budget discussion, and it became a hot point, and it was a hot point with me too, to a degree, and that's Mr. Frazier has his youth program that he
Yes.
is pushing forward.
Yes.
Yes.
I need a lot more detail. I mean, I looked at what it had on the county commissioner site,
Yes.
and I'm sorry that $158,000 is going up to $200,000 for additional youth activities.
Yes.
I'm trying to digest that.
Right.
To your point.
And
To your point.
yeah,
Just last night, we had that discussion live on air. It was like, okay, that might have been a good thing, but this was the thing that was missing, the paperwork on what was being done. And I think if that was more detailed, that would have had a better outcome if it was detailed on where the money was going and what it was being used for. And I think people were under the impression that that was the thing, that they knew exactly where the money was going to. But from everything I'm hearing from all sides, it was a very, very good offer, but the offer wasn't presented in detail to where anybody could say, oh, well, yeah, we can validate all of that. And I think that's the only thing that was missing. So I understood what it was coming from. It was coming out of love, but it can still be done. And that's the thing a lot of people need to know, that still can be brought up, but it has to be brought up with a detailed budget on where the money is going. That's how we have money that is in reserves, because we just, don't throw it out there for anything, and we can't account for it, because then you're going to come back and say to the, well, what are you doing with the money?
Right. You have to be intentional.
You have to be intentional.
Yeah.
and we're talking about additional county employees. That's additional county monies that's going to be going. This is not a one-time deal. This is going to be, if this goes through, then it goes through for the remainder of history. All right.
Frazier says it wasn't missing. All right. Tell us what it wasn't missing. But go ahead, Mr. Cook.
Okay. And the programs that he's advocating. Are they training programs? Are they athletic programs? Are they? Do they pay? Are they, what do you call it, when the intern programs?
Yeah.
So, if you want training, go in the freaking military. That's what I did. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. It benefited us greatly.
Yeah. Lifetime benefit.
Oh, absolutely. And then you've got got me
Thinking about programs, or
no, I'm thinking about where you can go elsewhere besides the county. Why is the county providing all of these programs for youth when you've got $160 million education budget right now?
You mean for the Board of Education?
Yeah, right
Their
now.
budget's how much?
It went from 157 million to 160 million.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
And Commissioner Frazier. Oh, well, look, he said, I'll be on next week.
We might need you to come back.
I'm up for it. He's running, so I'm up for it.
Yes. He says he has the entire power. They have the entire PowerPoint. Well, we need to know that, Jay. That's why we need to have you on, so you can explain that, because but not to cut you off, but to that's the statement I was making, is because everybody else, right, was saying they didn't have any information. Like, this thing was presented. So if that's what happened, Jay, hey, we need to talk about it, brother, because that's the only way we get to the bottom of everything is, hey, come with the proof on what was done. You know what I mean? But go ahead.
Yeah, like I say, unions have programs. All right, if we're talking training, it don't need to happen at county. Counties, the people of the county are not responsible. I do not agree that they are responsible for the training of the youth. All right, that's mama, that's daddy. I know there's issues there, but Bradwell Institute, don't they have
What's that?
We used to have it in
ROTC?
high school. No,
ROTC?
No, not ROTC.
Maybe
vocational type programs.
So you're talking about like the Liberty County
training.
Career Academy.
Career
We had
Academy.
LCCA.
Is that that's not? See, I think a lot of that problem is it's not being utilized the way it should be.
Then why do we want to create somebody
No,
new?
it's definitely being utilized.
See,
it's definitely being utilized.
well, see that's one of the issues there. We have to stop underutilizing the programs and things that we've already built.
Yeah, absolutely.
And start really putting in more effort into it. Like, we got that big building out there. Why isn't all the kids understanding that they can go there for their vocational training? Why aren't they going to those programs?
But when I go during the school year, it's packed.
The
Kids do go there.
Now this is for kids more or less of graduation age, because and I'm learning, the school lunch program, not school lunch, but the lunch program that they got going on goes up to a person's 18 years old, which I find interesting. But the county has the fire department.
Yes.
Has a training program for certification to have firefighters. They pay them a wage, so why not get our younger folks, if they want a job, enrolled and produce our own firefighters?
Yes, I've heard that too. Hey, Ms. Bryn Grant, how are you doing? Thank you so much. Well, see, those are the programs that we need to know about, because some of these things I've heard, they do exist, but that's the problem. Are we loud and vocal enough to tell everyone what they have access to? And see, that's what's going on even now. King Frazier says, "Oh, that's cap." He said he won't smoke. Hey, that's all good. We're not talking about smoke. I think that's a part of the problem. We're talking about understanding.
Right.
There needs to be an understanding, and we need to stop with smoke. Like that's the stuff that gets us off track, bro. Just come with the facts. Tell people what we have and how we can utilize it. You know what I mean? Because I was highly upset when I heard that, giving kids more access to programs and things. I was upset about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, well, why aren't we investing in our kids? But then I hear that, people didn't understand what was it going to be used for. See, remember, once again, I'm out in the public, right? I'm not on the commissioner board. Nobody ever showed the public, what's going on and what it's going to be utilized for. So let us understand. And
Commissioner Frazier did just send me some information regarding the Liberty County Summer Safe Initiative. It's a PowerPoint presentation. And before you leave, Mr. Cook, I'm going to give this to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll text it to you.
Most definitely.
And we have, there's things going on. I love Councilman Ortiz. I mean, that man. Now, I don't know where he gets. I don't know where all these cartoons come from, but he's a bastard. And so is Underwood.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Underwood. I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of you. I'm not.
Underwood. Yeah,
but and then Larry Baker, he's great at that kind of stuff. I'm sitting there going, man, my tech skills suck. But anyway, we have assets here that I'm not understanding why we're not utilizing. We have a recreational department and we have fields shut off.
Yes.
And I've had that hit me from 5 different areas. Councilman Ortiz, people that are in Walterville, that are coaches, and why don't the kids have access to the stuff? And I know that they do, that certain individuals, and you can't punish it's like the Second Amendment. You can't punish everybody for
two or three people.
Yeah. Some bad apples.
Yeah.
Yep.
The destruction of property. They need to open these things up. I mean, if we're paying for them, and that's a question they're going to be answering. Why are you not allowing public access to soccer fields, baseball fields. If it kills the grass, guess what? It grows back.
Well,
That's what Commissioner Frazier's been fighting
who
for
cares?
Yeah, I would like to help answer that based on the information that I received, because I was hearing some of the same chatter that you were hearing, and I had an opportunity to talk to the rec director as well as some elected officials, and some of it does pertain to grass, and I heard your sentiment about grass grows back.
Yes.
And this was brought to my knowledge. There is one field that they locked off. The reason that they said is because during the season when our county youth are playing, people were complaining that the field wasn't presentable. So they wanted to essentially preserve that one field for the season. To my knowledge, all the other fields are still available. But they
cost. At what cost?
What at cost?
Oh, you talking about like renting it?
Yeah,
having to rent it, $75 an hour.
Right, because there were teams coming from other counties
trying to utilize our field.
Utilize the field.
Facts.
And then the question was, well, if they're coming from another county, why aren't they playing in their county? And apparently this has been an issue in other municipalities
other places too.
as well. So they prohibited them from using certain fields, and then word gets around because coaches and people talk to each other, and they're like, well, you could go to Liberty County because it's relatively inexpensive. And so they're damaging the fields by playing on them, but they're not pouring into the county to help fix it. So
that's facts.
So they just designated that one field. This is the one that our youth are going to play on during the season, and that way it looks presentable.
Yeah.
So it's really just
That's
we're
a
talking about
double-edged sword.
one field.
There's 3 fields, 3 to 4, right?
Yes, but to my knowledge, those other fields are open. There's only one field that's locked
It's
off.
the soccer field that a lot of people are talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the soccer field.
It is the soccer field.
And locking that off, and because of grass, like I never played soccer, right? But when my daughter played, you start getting a new feel, because
Right.
you see your child enjoying this.
Yes.
So I can understand a parent walking up to a gate, wanting to go out there and kick the ball with their child, and this gate is locked, and we pay taxes for this stuff.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, like I said, it's hard to please everybody, right? On the other hand, I've seen some parents complaining about, the field looks terrible and
Right.
everything because of overuse. But then we have to come to that option of, all right,
You got to find a common ground.
we have to find a common ground. Which one would matter more? Ugly looking field or a whole bunch of kids that are enjoying the field? Like, how do we get to that common balance? And see, that's a part that I think that's where we start disagreeing, and we get so emotional that we don't understand, hey, they don't even want to balance it, just like, shut it down. Because
Right.
they're tired of hearing both sides, and they're like, the easiest thing is just but that's not the easiest thing. You know what I mean? To me. I think the easiest thing is, if everybody wants to complain about that field not being open it. And then when people start opening their mouths about it, look, no, we were getting all these complaints about it being open. We cannot. We're doing the best we can. Unless y'all gonna up the budget and you're gonna start letting us plant grass every time, put turf down, and that's what we have to come to on that common ground, and that's the thing that King Frazier and Commissioner Frazier is fighting in there, right? But every time when he fights it, remember there's 2 sides to every story. So when you hear this one side and you hear the rebuttal, what needs to happen is let's show the proof. Like Commissioner Frazier said, he's going to come on. He has 2 presentations from what he says. So when you see that presentation, then we'll ask, hey, did y'all see these presentations? And if you did, now tell us why this was denied based on which principal items. And I think that'll go well. What do you say?
It's still going to come down to, is it going to cost the average taxpayer a bunch more money in order to maintain the program
That's there.
And like I say, I think they become hardened to the fact of what money actually is. Well, we got a budget. It came from Frazier, and it ticked me off, and I'm sorry it did. Well, we've already got a budget of $72 million, so what's an extra 158? $100,000 out of the surplus. Somebody, it came out of my pocket, it came out of yours, it came out of yours, and it came out of the rest of the people of this county.
Yeah.
That's where the difference is. And it's wise stewardship that counts. We don't have money to burn.
I get that.
It's got to come.
Now, this is where
Coming from somewhere.
It is coming from somewhere. Now, to me, and I know that you guys might feel different. To me, the kids, man, anything that has to do with kids, and that might be a weakness to me, and that's my fault.
Yeah.
Anything to do with the kids, I promote. So that's why I still rock with the money that's going to be spent. I do agree with being good stewards of the money. So let's show them exactly where their money goes, right? And if everybody understands that and they still disagree, it is what it is. If they don't agree with it, cool. But on my side, that's one that I think we should invest more in, and it needs to be done in the right way. That's all I'm saying. If we invest,
I can agree with that statement, but I also go back to when we were growing up. Did we have these issues?
No.
I went out into the field.
Touche.
I went fishing.
Yeah. It was better
You
situations.
couldn't find me. I stayed gone.
Yeah.
I love the outdoors. And you don't want to get run over.
Yeah.
But we played. There were less than peak periods where you could play on the street.
Yeah.
Ride a bicycle, do the case, whatever.
Right.
So it's not.
things
We're not going to
change.
solve it tonight.
I know that's right. but this is the thing that I feel that we need to have these types of discussions.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And in the right manner.
Yes.
Because I can see the good of all of that. Like, because I was the first one to, and I still do, say thank you to Commissioner Frazier for bringing that up to our attention.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Appreciate that, bro, because you're always fighting for the kids. And now when I hear the other side, right, I'm like, well, what do you mean? It's like, well, we didn't have enough information. That's going to be the excuse, right? But then I can't say to myself, well, I don't know what the information is. I just heard something about kids, and that to me is a close thing that hits home, right? But we need to put it all out there so we can be very aware of what's going on, so we can be good stewards. So, that's a topic that when Commissioner Frazier comes on, man, I know that's going to be hot, bro.
I'm just going to say this, and it has to do with the recreation department, and I'll shut my mouth on that.
You're good.
Where there's one complaint,
Oh, God.
that there's one complaint. But when you have series of complaints being addressed to you for the same issue from multiple different areas, then there's more than smoke. There's fires somewhere that needs to be addressed.
Right.
And transparency is the biggest thing. All they got to do is get with all those coaches,
Yes.
the recreation department, the city councilmen, and say, this is what we can do, this is what we can't do, and y'all come to a consensus, or we come to a consensus, and then we live by it.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing about transparency in the current county commission. I can barely constrain myself sometimes because I'm like this last one. I was going, I was shaking my finger and amen, and I was expecting to get thrown out of the darn meeting.
Yeah.
Because if people if you can't trust the people that you've hired to do the job, or in our case get elected, then you're going to be bitter. You're going to be sorry. You're going to be. There's not going to be anything positive accomplished. So So open it up. I'm sorry.
Shouts out to Sheriff Bowman. What's going on? Thank you, Sheriff. Jay Botwell, Jeanette, how are y'all doing? Greetings. Corinne, greetings. We're here with Mr. Michael Cook, and he is running for District 1 Commissioner seat. We've had so much to talk about today. We just got into the rec department and the whole thing that happened when Commissioner Justin Frazier made the motion for the $150,000 to be raised. In that instance, guys, I still agree. I do agree. Now, the other counterside to that is there were like the budget. Where was the money going to be used? So we're going to clear that up here soon so that everybody will be fully aware.
I have a question about that though.
Look, he's back on it. I was about to lead out of it, y'all.
Hold on, and we can leave it alone after this.
Yeah, you good.
They said there's a reserve of 50 million, something like that.
Yes.
It's supposed to cover between, I think they said 3 and 7 months of operational expenses.
Yes.
In the case that tax revenue wasn't available to pay for stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so without a calculator,
Yeah.
And it could be some laws that might prohibit this.
Yeah.
Is there any way that we could put this revenue in some type of secure, high yielding savings account that would gain interest for this?
They do have something like that, and the reason I say that is because they recently made this is something that it did not come out of the county budget per se. It came from revenue that was from a bond.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
Now, that's still Greek to me, but
Yeah.
they came up with $2 million to purchase 3 additional large
Like the engines?
some of them was a water. I can't remember.
Okay.
Three large engines.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there is ways to do it.
Because my thing is, the interest on 40 million or 50 million should be more than 150,000.
Yes.
A month.
I get what you're saying on that.
know?
Yeah. Are they able to do that? We don't know. I want to say, shouts out, Miss Jeanette. Jeanette says, hello from Royalty Elite Sports LLC, Hinesville Heat. What's going on?
Mr. Jeanette?
And see, now,
we need you on the show.
Yeah. We would love to have you on. If you would just, if you have my number, please send me a text message. Or I might catch it on the DM. Sheriff Bowman says it's called Fund Balance. Oh, okay. There's a fund balance.
Okay.
All right. So, I guess Commissioner Frazier says we have that. Cool. So, yeah, we really need to talk about that. Guys, we've been on for a while now, and y'all don't forget the reason we're on was to meet with Mr. Cook that's running for commissioner for District 1, and we appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Now, what we're going to do is at the end of the show,
I got one more question.
Oh, we're not
okay,
done.
Okay.
At the end of the show, just so you can be prepared for it, we like to give the kings and queens something to eat on, some knowledge, something to encourage them for the rest of the week, month, or year. But it seems like this topic we're getting in there because I see Mitch's brain firing over there. So we appreciate the conversation. But we're gonna keep going. But at one point I'm gonna have to stop because I got my beautiful half over there, and she's back there working diligently.
I just have one more question.
No, you're good, brother.
And it might be a difficult one. But it's one I want to know.
Okay.
Are there any issues that you are willing to disagree with your own party if it's in Liberty County's interest?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
And the reason, I can even be specific, and it's going to be a hard one, and I've already expressed it. Save the Laurel River. That is the biggest issue that's going to be coming down the road for the next couple of years, until a decision is made for the actual outsourcing of the effluent.
Yes.
The decision that will be, and I've learned so much, and I consider myself a fairly intelligent individual. I can be stubborn like anybody else, but I've learned about where does this runoff come from for all rivers and streams and all. Namely, we've got a clay base that the water seeps through, is filtered somewhat by the sand, but still ends up into our rivers.
Yeah, like microplastics.
Yeah, and PFAs,
PFAS,
all that stuff. That's going to be probably one of the hardest decisions to make, because it's not going to, no matter where it goes in, you're going to offend somebody.
Yep.
If it goes in down in the Newport River, then you're going to offend Riceboro. If you put it in up at the Laurel River site, then you've got Colonel's Island, you've got the rest of that area out there that's going to be upset.
Yeah.
The thing that we have to maintain is something for our future. If it has to be a decision made one or the other, and they're equally balanced, I know how I'm going to vote. But if it comes down to the correct decision for the majority of the people is what has to be done.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That's all I can say.
Okay.
I'm not gonna. I'm like I say. You can. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
You're gonna get cut either way.
Either way.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
you make the decision that's going to influence the future generations the best,
Yes.
because we're here for a short time.
Yes. Yes. The older we get, the more we see it.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this, man. As far as Liberty County as a whole, especially right now, I feel that there's a very good percentage of people that actually care about Liberty County. Now, some of their actions people might see may be outdated, or some of the things they might do, we might disagree with. My overall thing as me as a man is I try to look at people's character the best I can. But even with any man, you know, there's parts of you that you don't want to escape. You know what I mean? Like maybe a fit of anger or a fit of bitterness, and those are things we have to overcome. Mm-hmm. But remember, our overall goal is the people of Liberty County.
How to benefit all.
Yes, and benefit all. And I know, to me, our future are our children. Our youth are our future. And in order for them to even want to stay here in Liberty County, we have to prepare for them. Because if we don't, we're going to prepare for them to leave instead of stay and see something that they can build off of, to want to raise their kids here, to find out that they can have a financial stability right here in their hometown. And that's big. You have to be able to financially have people secure to not want to leave. You have to have like some of the cleanest water. You have to have something that's not going to ruin it just for a short time gain, you know? So we have to look at all of those areas, guys. We really do. And we have to do that like a family. If we looked at each other like family, and I know that that's just something that some people might see as far-fetched, but if we really started doing that, when you see somebody not acting like they're your family, you're able to notice them a lot quicker. You know what I'm saying? When you know how people operate, you know when somebody's not looking out for your best interest, and it's easy to spot out, and you be like, yeah, you're not with it. You're not looking at it that way. Right. And that's kind of where I wanted to be. If that is my delusion in my mind, I think it's a great one. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think it's a great one.
I agree.
So, Kings and Queens, we are about to edge off the end, but I wanted to start off with King Boston. You said a lot today, and I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah. I hope the questions, I didn't get you too much with the questions, Mr. Cook.
Mr. Cook, you
got quiet on me.
So, if you would start us off with what you would like to say to the Kings and Queens to feed them for the week, month, or year.
Well, one thing I just love about this podcast is that we are willing and ready to talk about anything, and it's truly a safe space.
Yes,
you know, where we could get our thoughts out, and like we discussed before, whether we agree or disagree, there's some commonality there because we all have similar goals, and we want what's best for our community. And you know, local politics can get personal, you know, because the decisions that we make affect our lives every day. It affects the roads you drive on.
Yes.
It affects the water that you drink. It affects the safety of your neighborhoods. It affects the opportunities that your family have.
Yes.
And you know, with that being said, it's important that we are able to come together, find a common ground, and move forward that was in the best interest for the majority of our constituents. You're never going to please everybody. But like I've said plenty of times, like I told Mr. Cook, the candidate for District 1, one thing I learned, you have to be willing to lead without fear or favor. I mean, that is so paramount.
Yes.
And, you know, just to kind of veer away from politics a little bit and to address dialogue. We're approaching the end of Men's Health Awareness
Yes,
Month.
mental health awareness.
Men's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes.
And as we were walking around the farmers market today, they had a booth for Diversity Health Clinic. And we need to get them on the show at some point.
Yes.
Because they have so many resources that are available to the community. But one thing that the young lady told me today, she said, when you go on air today, I want you to tell these men out here, if they need to talk to somebody, come see us. It doesn't matter if they have insurance, we will see them. So if you're out there and you're going through something, don't suffer in silence.
Please don't.
You know, you have a community here that's willing to help you.
Yes.
And depending on your circumstance, it's free.
Yes. Yes.
You have to utilize the services. What I don't want to hear is about another individual taking their life.
Yes.
And especially in military communities, it's like an epidemic. It's too much.
Yeah.
You know, and it makes you wonder, you know, as veterans, like what's going on in some of these soldiers' minds. And so I encourage you all to get the help if you feel a need for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, King Boston. I appreciate that, sir. To Mr. Michael Cook, what is something you'd like to tell the kings and queens to get them through?
First off, I'd like to personally thank all the members of the Liberty County commissioners. They've got a hard job. It is not an easy job, and it's a thankless job. And I'd like to say a special thank you to Marion Stevens, 28 years in the service of the community.
Yes.
His knowledge will be, I'll be plucking it from time to time, but his knowledge will be missed.
Yes.
And you've got two to choose from at the current time. Make your wise choice. I would like to serve for you. It's up to you. I need your vote in order to do so. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What I will say is this. We talked to the mayor of Hinesville the other day, and it's something that he said that stuck with me. And if you're able to get it, ask him for a card, right? A representative owes you not only his industry, but also his judgment. And he betrays you if he sacrifices it to your opinion. Did y'all catch that? A representative owes you not only his industry, that's his meaning, but also his judgment, right? He has to judge things on his own accord. And he betrays you if he sacrifices it to your opinion, right? So if he just goes off whatever you think your opinion is, then he's betraying you.
He's a puppet at that point.
Thank you. So let's not get puppets, guys. Let's get people that are going to really have meaningful impact. Let's get people that actually care about what the outcome is going to be, not just for that moment, but also the future. We have to think of the future, man. And our youth is a very big part of that, but we got to do it in the right way. So I just look forward to our community becoming even closer and also being able to have these discussions, not in anger, not in passion, but actually understanding that, oh, well, this person's talking in passion because they really feel this is what's going to be best for the community. And then that person also having the understanding of, wait, man, I'm not the only one that can be right. I can listen to someone else's point and say to myself, oh man, you know what? That would improve what I'm trying to do. And once we get there, we will find ourselves in just one of the best positions. Yeah, it might sound like, oh, are you thinking that's going to happen? Yeah, it can happen if you would feel the same way. So I say thank you to Mr. Michael Cook for coming in and being a part of this. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And also, look, guys, y'all better understand it. If reach out, let's go. Let's talk about it. Next week, well, it's going to be a week after. We will be having on Commissioner Frazier. We also have our wonderful representative, Al Williams, will be on. We have a star-studded cast coming on in July, and we will be discussing a lot of things. We will be going on a little vacay for a second, but we will be back. It's your boy with King Conda, King Boston, and Mr. Michael Cook running for District 1, and I'm out.
Peace.